Fingerpicking solo is one of the most rewarding ways to play your ukulele, but students who are soloing successfully aren't just poking around YouTube hoping that one day they'd be able to fingerpick their ukulele expressively as a solo instrument. I'll be honest with you, I love giving you all quick tips and tricks here on YouTube, and I know you love learning a new idea, taking it and applying it to your playing. And it's the same for me, right? This past year, I've really been working on improving my singing voice. So I love clicking around, I have my favorite vocal teachers. But as your teacher, what I love even more is looking at playing ukulele on a deeper level. So that's what we're going to do today. Because the students who are serious about fingerpicking solo are getting super focused on their goal and immersing themselves fully in the style by playing and practicing fingerpicking pieces right from the start. My name is Brett McQueen. I'm a lifelong ukulele player, author of Ukulele Exercises for Dummies, and founder of Ukulele Tricks, where I've taught over 10,000 students from all around the world how to play ukulele for the first time in their life. Today I'm kicking off a 6-part video series on fingerpicking the ukulele solo. And in this video, I teach you the fingerpicking technique you need to know to get started, and a simple exercise you can begin to practice to get ready to play a solo later in the series. Before we start playing, first, I wanted to offer a note of encouragement. If you're a beginner to fingerpicking, I want you to know you can do this, and I'm going to show you how in this series. A lot of people think fingerpicking is off limits because it's this really super advanced style of playing ukulele. And yes, if your benchmark is looking at someone like a Jake Shimabukuro shredding his ukulele until it bursts into flames on stage, then yeah, that guy is insane, and we all love him for that. But we don't have to shred like Jake to play solo on ukulele. Some of you dream of fingerpicking because it's the style that inspired you to play ukulele in the first place. I know there are a lot of you out there who don't like to sing, but you think, maybe I could express myself playing solo. And then there's others of you who are just like, I don't want to waste any time strumming boring songs like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Like, let's go, I want a solo. But as you may have already found out, fingerpicking isn't just a walk in the park. There are a lot more moving parts and considerations you have to make with your fretting hand technique and picking hand technique. It's not just like learning 3 chords and strumming Twinkle Twinkle. But my philosophy is that with the right approach, the right steps, and the right pace, you can learn how to fingerpick ukulele with just 15 minutes of practice a day. I call it the 15-minute play-to-learn method. And so that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to get started fingerpicking the ukulele. And everything we learn in this video is going to set us up to fingerpick a solo in the coming days. Okay, grab your ukulele, tune it up, and let's not waste any more time and get into it. Fingerpicking all begins with picking hand technique. There's a couple different picking techniques, but we're going to keep it simple today and learn just one that uses 3 fingers. It uses the thumb, index, and middle finger. So first, let's assign the thumb to pluck the C string. Then assign the index finger to pluck the E string. And finally, assign the middle finger to pluck the bottom A string. With those fingers assigned, let's practice this picking technique by first resting all 3 fingers on the bottom 3 strings, just like so. And for optimum tone, I like to place the fingers just above where the fretboard of the ukulele meets the sound hole, so kind of right in this area right here. In this position, for each finger, we want to feel the string pressing or touching where the nail of the finger meets the flesh of the tip of the finger. You can even press down, wiggle, or slide the fingers to feel the string in that groove of your picking fingers. Meaning if, while pressing down with my fingers, I try to move up and down like perpendicular to the strings, my fingers stay in place and they're locked in with those strings. So this is our contact point. And you might be wondering about nail length. There's not a right or wrong length. I like to keep a few millimeters of nail in my picking hand fingers to more easily find that groove with the strings. But generally speaking, the longer the nail, the brighter the tone. And the shorter your nail, the more mellow the tone, because more of the flesh of the finger is coming in contact with the strings. So in that planted position, where all 3 fingers are touching and pressing on the strings, let's pluck the C string, E string, and bottom A string in sequence like so. When you're first starting, it's going to sound a little stop and start at first, and that's perfectly normal. One thing that will help is to think about planning, So press all three strings, or all three fingers on all the bottom three strings. So they're planted on the strings firmly, you're in that groove. And then pluck the strings. And then plant, and then pluck. Plant, pluck. Plant, pluck. Planting is a really helpful exercise as a beginner because it gets you used to feeling that contact point. Initially, you're going to feel like your hand is just sort of floating above the strings, and it's going to feel awkward at first, most likely. That's totally normal, and rest assured with practice, you'll get a better feeling for it. One of the benefits of the planting is that it creates an initial reference point for your fingers. So, in fact, some people like to plant the extra unused little finger on the top of the ukulele to help stabilize their hand, just kind of like at the bottom of the sound hole right here. It kind of provides a stabilization point, and then you can plant the other three fingers on the string. This is definitely an option, but I recommend working on the planting exercise above without planting the little finger, since sometimes resting that little finger on the top of the ukulele can introduce extra tension, which can really hinder the smoothness and ease of your picking. Alright, once you practice plucking the strings using the thumb, index, and middle fingers, you can take the same planting exercise and reverse it to pluck the bottom A string, E string, and C string, just like this. So plant, and then pluck. Plant, pluck. Plant, pluck. As you begin to feel more comfortable with the planting exercise, you can begin to speed up gradually where it becomes one fluid, continuous motion. And likewise, you can practice speeding up in the reverse sequence. Now, you might be wondering about that top string, which is a good question. I don't want you worrying too much about the top string just yet because I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, and it's not critical for learning the solo I'm going to teach you in the coming lessons. That said, if you want to begin practice integrating that top string, then here's how you can do that. To include the top string, first pluck the sequence on the C string, E string, and bottom A string, just like you've been doing. Then go through the sequence again, but this time assign the thumb to pluck the top G string, while the index finger continues to pluck the E string and middle finger down on that bottom A string. Then put it all together to alternate the thumb between the top two strings, just like so. Like I said, don't sweat the top string too much right now, but if you want that extra challenge, definitely work on that exercise too. Alright, we've just scratched the surface here today. Practicing this technique is going to really set you up well for the next video. Fingerpicking the ukulele solo is possible even if you're a beginner to the style by implementing the 15-minute play-to-learn method in your own practice, which I'm unveiling in my upcoming course titled Fingerpicking Tricks. I'm really excited about this because I teach you how to fingerpick the ukulele in 4 distinct styles. With the 15-minute play-to-learn method, I show you exactly how to practice and what to practice to find your voice fingerpicking the ukulele expressively and intricately as a solo instrument. So, if you just have 15 minutes today, here's what I want you to do. First, practice the planning exercise in the order of thumb, index, and middle fingers. Then practice it the reverse way, going middle, index, and thumb. And then for extra practice, practice alternating the thumb on the top G string. Like I said, I'm about to open the doors on my upcoming course, Fingerpicking Tricks. It's my goal to teach as many students, but I find that my students get the best experience and results when I work with a small dedicated group. That way everyone can get the help and support they really need. So this is going to be a special opportunity where spots are limited and granted on a first come, first served basis. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you click the link under this video and put your name on the early bird waitlist. Everyone on that early bird waitlist will get access to the registration link the night before the program opens to the public. So again, make sure you put your name and email address on that early bird waitlist so I know you're interested. Just click the link below this video, enter your details, and your spot will be reserved, and you'll get early access to the program. All right, I hope you're excited about what's ahead. I'll be uploading the next lesson in a couple days. If you have any questions, post a comment or send me an email, and I'm happy to help out. And as I mentioned already, stay tuned for that next video where we'll build on what we learned today to start playing our first solo. I'll see you there.